Hey guys, it's Nick from Space Education. In the last video, we talked about the first 2 tips to help you improve your IELTS writing. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the last 2 tips. So let's go get it. So let's come to the third tip. So in the third tip, remember, you have to support your main ideas with relevant and detailed information. This is why most of the candidates, although you tried so many times, but at the end of the day, you still get a 6.5, and never ever you get a 7+ or even higher grades in your writing essay because you fail to present relevant and detailed information, meaning that the supporting ideas you wrote had some good information, but part of the information was not relevant, or the examiners want you to extend or fully support your main ideas. Okay, so let's have a look. So the first example is actually directly taken from one IELTS official books. It's a 6.5 example from Cambridge 8. So the question is, in some countries, the average weight of people is increasing and their level of health and fitness are decreasing. What do you think are the causes of these problems and what measures could be taken to solve them? So in the response of this candidate, he read something like this. So nowadays, people are getting more and more lazy. They want convenience in everything. When they come home from work, they will have microwave dinner or fast food so that they do not have to take the trouble to prepare a meal or wash up after dinner. The introduction of fast food is also the main cause of unhealthy living. People are opting a fast food restaurant meal rather than a simple home-cooked meal. So the beginning part of this writing script looks okay because it seems like it's answering the question, and the wordings and the structures are all looking really good. But the rest of the part in this paragraph had some problems. So he writes, yes, your burgers and pizzas and tastes better than a home-cooked meal, but think of all the calories you're swallowing. The oil they use to fry your fries, it is literally black. So although this information is well written, apart from some really minor grammatical mistake, but if you read through it, you will understand this part of the information has actually nothing to do with supporting your main ideas. It has nothing to do with answering the question of what do you think are the causes of these problems. So that's why at the end of the day, this candidate only got 6.5 instead of getting a 7 or even higher, because overall he has a really good control and organization in his essay, but in part of the paragraphs, he presented some information that is totally not relevant to the central idea or to answering the question. Okay, so let's have a look at another example. So this is actually a 7.5 example from Cambridge 6. And the question is, today, the high sales of popular consumer goods reflect the power of advertising and not the real needs of the society in which they're sold. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Again, advertising problem is actually one of the most popular topics in IELTS writing. So let's have a look at this paragraph. So in here, the candidates write something like this. Also, on the television screen, a product may look gorgeous and good quality. As a result of it, people often buy goods without enough consideration. Consumers may not actually need it, but they buy goods impulsively soon after they watch the advertising. Furthermore, that's actually the second supporting idea. As many consumers buy a particular product due to its advertising campaign, the other people may be affected by the trend, even if the product is not the real needs of the society. Okay, so let's have a look at how exactly the candidates managed to get a 7.5 in this paragraph. So we can see the first reason why he got 7.5 is that everything in this paragraph was well organized. So while reading it, we can have a clear trend of thoughts. That's a really good way of writing IELTS writing essays. Another really important reason why Lincoln had a 7.5 is because he in the paragraph presents 2 supporting ideas, and both of the supporting ideas are really well supported supported and well extended, so that after reading your paragraph, I clearly understand what you're trying to express. Either I feel everything included in the paragraph was highly relevant to answer the question, and all the supporting ideas you gave us makes sense. So that's why at the end of the day, the candidate got a 7.5 instead of a 6.5. Meaning that if you fail to have a clear expression about what you're trying to say, sometimes the examiners may not be able to understand what you're trying to express here. So in that way, they will think that you fail to present a really clear position, and that's how your grades will be hurt. So I'll give you an example. So to the same question of that celebrity questions at the beginning, so this is actually part of the responses from one of my students. So he writes, some people think celebrities cannot earn too much money. Firstly, if the celebrities get too much money, will cause the unbalanced social development. Okay, so apart from some wording and grammatical mistakes, the most problematic sentence will be the first one, because after reading through it, we'll get to know that the first sentence is actually the central idea of this paragraph. But after reading the sentence, we actually see the meaning sounds a little bit weird, because what he wrote was some people think celebrities cannot earn too much money, meaning that celebrities don't have the ability to earn too much money, which actually was not answering the question, because the question was asking you whether you think it is fair that celebrities make so much money. So after reading your central idea sentence, some examiners may be really confused, and at the end of the day, they may think that you fail to present a really relevant supporting ideas to this topic, and that's why at the end of the day, your grades may be a 5.5 or even 5.0 or something lower than that. So make sure when you're trying to write something on your writing task, make sure your wordings and grammatical expressions are looking good, so that there's no misunderstanding for the examiners. Okay, so to make a summary, 4 tips to get a higher score in IELTS writing. First of all, remember to clearly show your position. Instead of saying something really vague, clearly show your directions and how you understand and how you interpret the question. And second thing, present a clear 4-paragraph structure with relevant main idea. Make sure everything you included in your writing script is relevant to answer the question. Okay, and third one is don't forget to support your main ideas with relevant and detailed information, because detailed information shows the examiner that you have a thorough understanding in terms of how you understand the question. So the last one is to pay attention to your wording, because if you made some mistakes in your wording, that's going to affect the understanding of the examiners. And that if they misunderstood your essays or your purposes in your writing scripts, that's going to affect your grades at the end of the day. So that's everything that I want to talk about in today's video. Okay guys, this is all for today's video, and I hope you guys learned something from it. And actually one very effective way to improve your IELTS writing is to read a lot of sample essays, and for that I have actually prepared a big collection of sample essays and uploaded to our website. So please make sure you go to our website and for a free download of all those really good sample essays. And also in the future, if you guys want more videos about insights of IELTS writing, please subscribe our YouTube channel and give me a big like of all my videos, and leave me some comments and feedback and telling me what exactly you want to hear about IELTS writing. I'll see you guys in the future video. Bye bye.